What's going on, social media world? Otis here, back from my garage to you. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about the price. Let's talk about why it dropped, or my opinion. Let's talk about philosophy. Let's get our minds right behind Bitcoin. So it leads me to go back to say, what is Bitcoin? Is an escape of what our current financial system is. Now, what you could have done before, let's just say you got in before it went to 100 and you're kind of like roughly around the same price, like you're back in at the same price that you got in at initially. My thought process is Bitcoin is an escape of the current financial system and is a promise that no one can manipulate the system that you're currently in. Now, it's not a guarantee that Bitcoin will be the successor, right? It's not a guarantee. It could be something else that people get attracted to. It could be a different coin. It could be something else that people are drawn to that makes them want to jump from the current financial system, which is fiat, paper money. We know that the dollar, the fiat across the world is burning. It's not a good money. We know that. It's never been a good money. Paper money has never been a good money. And then we say gold. Going back to gold, do we really want to go back to holding coins and transferring coins to then go back to having dollar notes and saying because people don't want you to have to always trade your coins and it's not necessarily as safe? So let's just say hypothetically, we do choose Bitcoin. If we choose Bitcoin for our future, then the present tense won't necessarily matter. We have to think about that as being Bitcoin stackers, Satoshi stackers, people who are holding and stacking Bitcoin and Satoshis. We can't fall into the trap of, look at the price. If anything, if you were here months ago and seen the price at 100 plus K, and you would see it go up from 20, 119, and he's like, man, I wish it was back on 100K again. Like you wanted to go higher to just be higher, but now you get another chance. We all get another chance to continue to stack Bitcoin at this low price. Do not miss this chance. Like, don't wait and say, oh, I'm gonna wait till it drop down to the 70s or to the 60s. Like, it's like none of it's guaranteed. Even when it went to 100K, it was never guaranteed it was gonna come back down. Yeah, you can look at charts and you can look at all these different things. The Bitcoin is the world's coin. Nation states, banks, different countries, different organizations, people are stacking Bitcoin. Yes, some of the big whales got rid of it, but I go to say, what's the difference? And I can't reference it to millions, but I will reference it to dollars. Here's an example. When I go get food from work, from guys at work, we get food. Let's say we go to some fast food place. Okay, go pick up my food. How much was the total? The total was $18. I give them 20. Now, if I was to give them $18, is there so much of a difference from 18 to 20? Not really. Relatively, not really. If it was $18 and some change versus $20, like I'm paying for the tax. It's that little gray area. Now, for the people who are whales, imagine them saying, okay, what's the difference between 100 million and 90 million? Like, it's $10 million, but it's also not that much. Like, it's a lot. Like, please believe me, $10 million is a whole lot of money. But to them, these are the decisions that the whales are making. And it might be like a smaller margin than that, but that's the thought process I'm thinking. And I hope that makes sense as far as the analogy. So once again, the analogy is the whales sold weeks ago and probably still is selling because the margin that they have is not that much. They're choosing to be comfortable now than continue to be stressed out. For a lot of us, when Bitcoin went to 100K, we were profitable. And even now you might be profitable. But if you was to sell your Bitcoin, the upside is insane. Once again, let's do another example. Let's just say you have one Bitcoin and you bought Bitcoin at 50K, or let's just say you bought Bitcoin at 80K. Well, it's right around 80K again, close to it. If you was to sell your Bitcoin now, you're still up. You didn't lose any money. You just lost a little time, maybe a little stress, but you're up. If Bitcoin goes to 100K, you're still up. If Bitcoin goes to 120, you're up. If Bitcoin goes to 200, you're up. Now, do you sell at this point? Do you sell your Bitcoin? Well, no. It's like selling your retirement account. You know that Bitcoin is going to continue to go up if you just wait. So caring about Bitcoin in the current sense, the price does not make sense to me. Like I don't stress. And when you build true conviction about a thing, when you study it enough, you don't stress about Bitcoin. You don't stress about things. I wholeheartedly believe in myself. I believe in my ability to do certain things. I don't stress. I don't stress about things that I know I can do. I don't stress about things that I know that I can drive. I don't stress about driving. You see, new drivers on the road are stressed about cars coming and what's this? You know, anybody who's new to doing something, they're stressed about the things around them. They're stressed about doing the thing right. Most people who got their license for 10 plus years, you don't care. People who have the license for 20 plus years, you don't care. You drive until you build that confidence to just keep driving. So I hope this helps. I hope, once again, my thought process behind the market crashing is that the world is shifting. The world is trying to decide what to do. They know the money's broken. There's nothing that really feels safe, right? Bitcoin felt safe, then you see the price dropping, so people still don't understand Bitcoin. People are selling out of Bitcoin. People are taking profits in Bitcoin, and people don't have diamond hands. And it's not necessarily just about just having diamond hands and you never sell your Bitcoin. It's just the world needs to understand Bitcoin. Just like for the Bitcoiners who are probably watching this video, it didn't take you a year to understand Bitcoin. Sometimes for most of us, it took us longer than a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to fully understand Bitcoin. You had to go buy these crap coins. You had to go make and sell some Bitcoin to realize I probably shouldn't have sold my Bitcoin. Because if I had just held my Bitcoin, then maybe I would have been better off. But there will be a time and a point where you sell, where you feel comfortable and say, you know what? Now is the time for me to sell my Bitcoin. Now is the time for me to make and take profits. And then it's to move this Bitcoin to somewhere else. And I know there's different companies and organizations that say, okay, take loans against your Bitcoin. Money needs to be fluent. Money needs to be here. I have money, you take it. That's my personal opinion. It's my personal opinion. I believe we shouldn't just harbor money. We shouldn't just harbor all the money in the world and never give it out. Now we create new systems on this coin just because I don't want to lose my Bitcoin, so I'm going to create another coin on top of this coin. To me, there's so much confusion. If you have money, it shouldn't be other layers and you receive other things on top. No, it should be fluent. That'll be for another video. I don't want to yap too much, but thank y'all for watching. I know I'm not as consistent with my videos, but y'all can see I'm in a button up. I got a new position in my job. I'm a manager now. So my objective is my technicians, and I make sure I care about my people. But I still want to make this video because people follow me in the sense of Bitcoin, and I want them to understand what that is. What's that conviction? What is happening in the market, and what should I think about it? How should I react? And your feelings right now, if I can say what your feelings should be, it should be keep stacking and wait. It's the most simplest thing. Keep stacking and wait. That's the hardest thing you're gonna do, is the waiting part. So that's the end of this video. Until the next one, thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until the next one, peace.